1, 2, 3, 4.
How's it going, everybody? This is Laramie Crow. Straight into visiting into Bandera, if that was a sentence. Today is episode 31 of Trial by Era variety show. Today we have Banana High, reggae rock from Yeovil, United Kingdom. Rhythm of Your Soul, the EP released in October of 2017. That's what we're going to have a conversation about today. Also, stick around after the interview for some special announcements. So kick back, chillax. Without further ado, enjoy the show.
Everything that we need, nothing's free or perfect when it's scratch beneath. Nobody knows, nobody cares. It's all in our heads, it's all in our heads. And I can feel it like it's always been here, right here with me. Now it seems that our clothes were sharp as our teeth, we're full of greed. And yeah, it's painless when we start to bleed. Everyone knows, everyone's scared. This could be the end, this could be the end. And I can feel it like it's always been here. It's always been here with me, and I can feel it like it's always been here with me, with me, with me, with me, and I can feel it like it's always been here with me, with me, with me, with me.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I'm Chaz, by the way.
I'm Nathan. Nice to meet you, Chaz.
You're a part of Banana High from Yeovil, UK. Did I say that right? Yeovil?
Yes, Yeovil, yeah. We can make evil and love out of that word.
Sure shit can.
But we've got a lot of one, not the other.
Yeah. You know, one will prevail, right?
Yeah, always does.
I've been listening to Rhythm of Your Soul today,
Love
the EP you put out back in October. I've been kind of bouncing back and forth between Join the Evolution and that one, just because Rhythm of Your Soul is a little shorter.
They're both quite different, I find.
They are, and I noticed in the video you had a little more of an acoustic presence, you know, and the past. So describe reggae to me, because my relationship with reggae is kind of like a one night stand. Like I've been there, I love it, but it's not something I'm so familiar with. So explain to me how you enrich your style.
I just like the vibe. I think there's a lot of reggae where there's a lot of good reggae songs, but reggae is very, I don't want to say it's very similar, because there'll be loads of reggae fans out there that are like, no, it's not. There's loads of different ways of doing reggae. But for me, it's just about the feel and the groove. And I think we've put that in with the rock vibe to have the reggae rock that I think came from America originally, the reggae rock vibe.
Did it? It came from here?
I'm a big Sublime fan, and for me, that's where I found my reggae rock. So if there's other countries that were doing it before, I do not know of them. So
no, you might be right about that. Sublime did kind of set the bar for that type of, the blend of like punk and reggae became that sort of dub mix. Yeah.
And for me, that's special. That's different, and it wasn't really picked up enough. If you know what I mean, it wasn't. Maybe it's just me that really likes it, but I feel that it's a very powerful genre that hasn't really been taken advantage of enough.
That's very true. People tend to gravitate more towards either the alternative or the heavier side, I think, because reggae has that sort of 420 stigma or whatever that may be.
You know what you're getting.
Yeah, it's not universal that reggae represents the Rasta. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Reggae is more about like what you're saying. It's about the vibe. It's kind of a movement, right?
Yeah.
There's a really good band. I haven't had them on the podcast yet, but they did a live show. I think you would probably really enjoy their style as well. It's very different than yours, although it's in the same genre. But they're called Audic Empire. They're from here in Texas. Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of Audic.
I haven't either. I think they kind of coined that.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I'll check it out, definitely.
So tell me, how has the response been? You've had quite a bit of time to sort of promote this album. What is your crowd response for Rhythm of Your Soul?
It was a bit of a what's the word? An obstacle, because as soon as we'd recorded it, the drummer and the guitarist went and done life. One of them had a baby and the other one went traveling, so it made it very difficult to promote it when we didn't have the people to perform it with us at that moment in time. So we advertised, we jammed with different people, and so we're actually booked to do another recording next month. And so with money we had before for promoting and everything into that, so that we can do what we wanted to do with Rhythm, essentially, that we didn't get to do.
Life happens, man.
Yeah.
We're in that age, though. I mean, it sucks to be like wanting to hit the road, wanting to do all these shows, and then being sort of limited by that. But we're in such a good time for distribution where, like, obviously I found it, So you guys can still promote it, I guess. It's really great that we have that, all these many facets. Bandcamp's my favorite. What's your favorite place to stream or distribute your music? Like, where do you find?
I think Bandcamp, because it's free, and at our stage at the moment, it's best to just give it away to people, unless they're at a show and willing to pay for a CD and they want to buy a CD. Then online, it's just have it. Listen to this. It's free. Take it, sort of thing. And Bandcamp's good for that. You got to pay for everything else nowadays. So.
Yeah, SoundCloud's cool because it has that same thing, but you're very limited as far as space. They made that.
Yeah.
It used to be unlimited, and then all of a sudden that's like a pay thing. They figured out how to squeeze that.
Yeah. And I've got tracks from years ago on there that I've had to delete so I could put new up-to-date tracks on there. But it's really hard because it's like 1,000 plays from the last 7 years, So
yeah.
I've got to press that delete button.
Does that? I haven't looked into that, but I wonder if that messes with your analytics, your stats, because like sometimes you can look at it and it'll say 15,000 plays or whatever. I don't know if that affects it. The artwork. Who did the artwork for your album?
Which one?
The newest one.
The newest one, I done it.
Yeah, super.
Thank you. Yeah, it took me nearly a year.
Wow.
Just because I was trying to perfect it, and I'm still not happy with it, but it's out there and everyone else is happy with it. So
yeah, it really pops though. Yeah, you should be happy
Yeah,
with it.
thank you.
I don't feel like you settled. How
No,
about
good.
did you do the artwork for Join the Evolution as well?
No, our old lead guitarist done it. We sort of left it up to him because he'd done an art degree and all that stuff. So we left it in his hands. But we were happy with it. Now we look back, we see we could have done more. But I think we'll do that with Rhythm next year as well. We want to do something iconic, but have a little twist to it. So.
Yeah, it definitely does. I love it. I love just the big banana. That's a cool.
Yeah.
The only other banana I can think of as like a symbol in music right now is Dandy Warhol's.
Yeah, that's the other one. It's been really hard to try and make some artwork that doesn't steal that completely.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we're trying to go away from the banana design and just use the colours or, and stuff like that, just so the word banana's in there, not the symbol so much. You know what I mean? But I don't know, because we like fist with the banana, sort of holding it like that. We like that. That's good.
It is cool. It's rare though. Like that's funny. You touched on that. It's rare to see an actual picture from that. Like the band will be called Cat, and then there'll be like a platypus on the album. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, that's really funny. I mean, I like the banana. I could see why you'd be shopping around. But it's a peeled banana. The Dandy Warhols have a peeled banana, so you don't have to worry about any sort of infringement.
Cool. Yeah. It's ready to be peeled.
Yeah.
Rhythm of Your Soul, title track from the EP, coming at ya, Banana High. Thank you. Enjoy.
It's not always that simple to just walk away, because the world around you is here to stay. And if you don't know it's me, giving you everything you need, there's no impossibilities if you respect what you are. Keep watching, keep listening to the rhythm of your soul. And I can never let go of something so beautiful, 'cause I can see it and you can feel it in the rhythm of your soul. It's not always that simple to just walk away, because this world around you is here to stay. And if you don't know it's me, giving you
What other reggae influences, besides Sublime, have you found that really kind of help you hone in on your particular style?
Oh, I don't know. Like I like Sublime led me to a lot of old Jamaican sort of artists like Half Pint and Barrington Levy and stuff like that, which interested me a lot. But it's just stuff now it's on my playlist. It will pop up every now and again, you know. And again, it's just about the groove. There's more bands that I find nowadays popping up that have got that bit of groove in there, but they're not playing reggae. If you know what I mean. So it's nice to sort of search for new bands and check out new bands. So there's an English band I've been listening to a lot at the moment called Will and the People, and it's a very strange sound, and they've got loads of different genres in there, but there's definitely a reggae and ska vibe in a lot of it. They did a tour with Sticky Fingers last year or the year before.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of Sticky Fingers.
Yeah, that's cool.
When did you put this project together?
I was 18 when I started writing the songs that we're playing now, if that makes sense. And I started it with another guy, and we called it Banana High then. And since then, I've just been writing with other people and finding my sound and my style and how I'm going to do things. And the plan was to have harmonies all the way through Banana High, always have somebody else singing with me, you know, 2 singers. But it got really difficult, and people had other commitments or disagreements, you know, and it just sort of, it was easier to just move forward, find people who wanted to play the songs, you know, not a friend who wanted to sing with me. And that's in the last sort of 2 or 3 years has it been a full band playing and learning the songs that I've been writing. So
I feel you on that struggle, man. It's hard to just keep people around. They're looking for money, or they're looking for fame or whatever, you know. And
yeah, definitely, yeah. But I think because I'm writing the songs, it was hard for them to stick around as singers as well, because they had the input because they would sing everything I was singing, but it was stuff that I was writing, if that makes sense. So, you know, they weren't as creative in that sense, so they lost interest.
Are you open to that collaboration, or is this like kind of like, hey guys, I wrote this kind of thing? I mean, you can be honest. How is your attitude towards that?
No, at first I did. I thought I've got to make sure that I've made sure that these songs are mine and that I don't lose rights on them. Because when one of the singers quit ages ago, he said that I couldn't play certain songs that I'd written when he was in the band, just because he was in the band when I wrote them, which didn't sort of make sense to me. So I tried to sort of cover myself. But the bassist that I've been working with for the last sort of 5 years now, he has reassured me that this is a unit, and that the songs that you write are yours, but we all have to reap the benefits together at the same time, which I understand. And I've looked at how other bands do it, and I kind of want to share, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely better that way. You don't find yourself in like on some pedestal, creating resentment in the background, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it won't help in the long run.
Do you listen to any other podcasts?
I've got some friends. They did. It was called 3 Men in a Podcast, and they just talked about everything, you know, different stuff each week, and they showcase music, some famous music, some underground bands and stuff like that, which it was interesting. But they stopped doing it, I'm sure, or I stopped listening to it. Either one. But one of them started doing a gaming podcast, which I watched or listened, to one episode, but I haven't had the time recently. I've downloaded Pokemon Yellow on my phone, and that's it now.
So now you just walk around looking for little Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? I was a 90s kid.
Yeah, I mean, I never got into Pokemon Go, but I do geocaching, which is like Pokemon Go with like tangible, you know, and you know what geocaching is?
No, I don't. I've never heard of it.
It's basically like a scavenger hunt for certain like logs. Like there'll be ammo cans, there will be little waterproof Tupperware containers, kind of just hidden in the woods, under logs, under rocks. Yeah. They sink them.
Wait, in real life?
Yeah, and then you just...
Not in a game, in real life. You have to search for them in reality.
Yes. Yeah, they're there. Like it's just like Pokemon Go. I mean, you find where they're at within like 30 feet. And then you have to basically like look up in trees and look down on the ground. I mean, you find yourself in places that you wouldn't be normally, but then in the end you get something tangible out of it, because once you find the geocache, you pop it open and then you sign the log and say that you were there, your crew was there, whatever, and you can leave stuff in the cache, which is really cool.
I love it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's
Just to
super addictive.
I'm not playing Pokemon Go. I didn't understand Pokemon Go when it came out. We caught all the Pokemon in the 90s. Why do we have to try again?
Yeah. Well, it's just something to do, and it's something to
Yeah.
like to get to make you more sociable.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, they meet up in groups and do that, and I feel like geocaching is kind of the same thing. It's just more tangible, like I said.
Yeah. That's cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Doing it. I'm getting involved.
You should. It's totally free.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an app for it. It's called geocaching. It's free. It's totally free. I always leave a trial by error card in there, and I'm like, hey, here's something else to explore. Check out this podcast.
I can do the same, definitely.
So I think I might get kicked out of geocaching for that, because I don't think you're supposed to use any advertising in your process. But I'm like, that's my thing, man. That's what I do. Anybody you wanted to give a shout out to? Anything you wanted to discuss? Anything you want? Anything interesting happened this week that you're dying to tell somebody about? Talk to me about it.
I haven't really thought about that. Shout out to Jesus. Not Jesus.
Of Nazareth, or
Shout out to Jesus. No, I don't know. I've just recently started playing lead guitar for another band, so shout out to them for letting me go on tour with them and join their band. Wow, for that really.
So you just went on tour, or you're about to go on tour?
No, just about. It's only a little one, just around sort of. We're going up to Sheffield and Birmingham and we're at the southwest. So we're at the bottom and we're going up near the top. But it's just that we've done a few gigs with them. It's a completely different sound. It's like pop punk at its finest.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just thought I do so much for Banana High, like I was saying, with the artwork and writing the songs, that I thought it'd be nice to join something where I don't really have to do anything but play the guitar.
Mm-hmm. Practice your technique and bring it back to Banana High.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it'd be for networking as well, I think, and learning more sort of stage presence, because I lack that a lot sometimes. I get quite nervous and anxious. I just sort of do my thing and run away. But I've been told recently that it doesn't show, so that's good. Yeah,
that's always good. You hide it well. If it shows on me, it's just the amount of sweat that I'm drenched in. I'm genuinely happy to be up there. I don't know if it's like you could probably relate to this. It's not necessarily nerves. It's just like an energy that you're not like familiar with. To be all eyes on you kind of thing.
It's euphoric though at the same time. Like just sort of, it's a different place altogether. And I stop sometimes and think that there's so many people around that, like, especially where I am, there's so many people around that wouldn't do this, that wouldn't, not because they don't want to, but because they wouldn't have the guts. And when it boils down to it, it's not about guts at all. Because if someone said to me, oh, stand on stage and do this random thing, I'd be like, fuck off, I can't do that. Mm-hmm. But something you've written, when it's something that you've, not just for fun, something you've written, when it's something you've really sort of brought out from the deepest, darkest parts of yourself, even if you had a nice little fun groove to it, it's just exhilarating to sort of just share that and be able to just shout and do your thing on stage and let it all out.
Do you feel like your audience kind of helps you, like, kind of completes the song in a way? Not that they contribute, but that it was meant for them?
Definitely, yeah. Everything's a message. Everything's sort of like, I'm quite confident. I'm a very anxious person, but I'd like to talk to people and sort of have those sort of awkward moments, break the ice a little bit, blah blah, and afterwards I'll question myself for ages, forever, like, why did I do that, or what are they thinking now, but at the time I'm just so out there and open, and on stage it's nice to just sort of say what I've been thinking for a long time, and say all those worries, and share all that sort of what I've felt, and just let it all out. And if there's people there, especially if they're looking and they're watching and they're nodding along, or if they know the words by now, it's just sort of, that's the answer to why I do it. I think really is just to sort of share it and help people enjoy it.
From Banana High, the fire. Enjoy. Sit back, relax.
The fire, the fire, the fire, the fire. You've gotta be joking. I really don't need the bad blood that you're soaking. I've got enough on my mind as it is, and I feel that I'm sinking. And this thing's anxiety is making no sense, but it's stealing in the evenings when I'm sleeping. I've been thinking of bringing these thoughts to light, so much is unclear, but I'll give it a try. Help me believe I will see through the light. Nothing is built to this for the fire. The fire. The fire. The fire. The fire. You've gotta be kidding with nothing you're saying. If you're pointing that finger, you'll always be blaming. You won't catch the culprit even though you want to, because there's nobody there but you. Nobody there but you. You've gotta be joking. That poison you spit from your mouth is the reason we're choking. Got enough on my mind as it is, but you're still sink your teeth in. And now they're fighting me, so tired of showing my weakness. My secrets, can you keep it? I've been thinking of bringing these thoughts to life. So much is unclear, but I'll give it a try. How many bridges will burn through the night, and nothing is built in this built for the fire. The fire. The fire. The fire. The fire. You've gotta be kidding with the things you're saying. If you're pointing that finger, you'll always be blaming. You won't catch the culprit even though you want to, because there's nobody there but you. Nobody there but you. With open arms I'll find hidden feelings deep inside. When our empty heads collide, we paint a picture in the sky. We paint a picture in the sky. We paint a picture in the sky. You've gotta be joking. I really don't need all the bad blood. Bad blood that you so as it is. You still sink your teeth in. You still sink your teeth in. Nothing is pure. Nothing is pure. Nothing is pure. Just live the fire. The fire. Fire. The fire. The fire. The fire. You've gotta be kidding with nothing you're saying. If you're pointing that finger, you'll always be blaming. You won't catch the culprit even though you want to. There's nobody there but you. Nobody there but you. Nobody there but you. Nobody there but you. There's nobody there. There's nobody there. There's nobody there but you.
This is just
Nah.
totally random. But one of my most favorite UK acts is Scroobius Pip and Dan Lassac. Are you familiar with those cats?
Yes, very familiar. Yes, love it.
And one
That's
of the
cool. I had the first album, but I heard they've got another one that I didn't
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, the new one, or I think it's, well, you know, it's like 2000, probably like
For me.
14 or 13 was the last thing they did together.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Is Distraction Pieces. He named the podcast after that. He's got his own podcast now. It's really insightful. He does a lot of really cool stuff.
I think he's a genius. From what I've heard in his lyrics, I think he's a genius.
Oh, he
You know,
certainly
he's
is.
very clever, man. I'll be sure to update myself with him.
Yeah, and he's got solo album too, just Scroobius Pip solo stuff.
Sharing music, that's good.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm all about, dude. This whole thing is a passion project
Sure.
for me. Yeah. But one of the things you said earlier about walking up to somebody and then later on thinking like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? He was one of those people
Yeah.
that I encountered that I had that experience with. Like, I got a little starstruck, and he was just sitting backstage, just totally chilling in his own zone, just like scrolling through his phone. And I'm like, Pip, Pip, come here. And so he gets up and he comes over, and I give him a sheet of paper with my band name on it. I'm like, dude, look us up. The most embarrassing shit ever. I think I just like wanted to connect to him as an artist, you know. And then afterward, I'm like, God, that was most stupid thing I could have done, but he was cool about it. He's like, all right, mate, yeah, look it up. Yeah. But
I would have done the same in the moment.
Yeah. Here's my demo.
Yeah.
But he's only I've only seen him here in the States one time, and that was like in 2008. So I would love to see him back. That'd be awesome. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I know that's like a very generic question, but I don't think I've asked anybody that.
It's a generic question, but I'd never have an answer for it. I'd never know. I'd just sort of live for the day, get on with what's going on and do what I can, fit everything in that I can into one day. And if I wake up the next day, try and do what I've got left the next day.
That's acceptable.
But in 5 years, we want to have loads of CDs. We want to have toured the UK, and if not, America and Australia. And some of Europe, the safe parts of Europe.
Yeah, the safe parts. No, you're right. You're right.
No, not that America or Australia is safe. You've got people, dangerous animals. So, but I'd love to tour with Banana High and see the world with them, and maybe take my family. If not, be able to find places to take them after the tour.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
Scout it out.
Find a place. Yeah. See some of the world. Scout out home for the future.
Yeah, very cool. Really good catching up to you, and very good conversation. Thank you so much for sitting and taking the time.
Anytime. Cool, man.
All right, brother. Well, take care, and best wishes out there.
Thank you very much. Stay cool, man.
You too.
Well, that was Banana High. Remember to check out their Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And also stop by their Bandcamp. Show them some love, guys. Give them a follow. Check out their other recordings as well. And this podcast is available on Stitcher, if you'd like. Give us some reviews. 5 stars. 5 stars. Just kidding, you don't got to do that, but 5 stars. And our sponsors, Bucky's Fudge. I don't know if it's illegal to just claim that they sponsor us when they don't. But I'm going to just, you can edit this out if that's illegal. Thank you.
Laramie, everybody, from Slut Prom, Shaky Harlots, Consider the Following, Local News, Group Hug, From the Cocoon. He's a little music whore. That's what he is. He's my best friend. And if you want to check out his music, go to bandcamp.com, search Slut Prom, search Shaky Harlots, and Consider the Following. All of those bands have music on Bandcamp. He's the guitarist and singer for a few of them. He's an incredible musician and a very awkward person, and he's just the best. So it was really fun to have him here to record that little intro for you guys. I'm going to also have some other very, very special guest hosts coming in, not to mention I am pulling together as many metal bands as I can to have March Metal Madness or Metal of March or March of Metal or whatever. There's going to be a lot of metal bands. So I'm going to do my best to do tons of metal, but I'm also, for the fans that aren't necessarily metal fanatics or even just like it in general, I'm going to be putting out another couple episodes of without. They're like indie bands or folk bands or whatever. So chill bands. But for those metalheads who have just been longing for some metal on this show, I am going to accommodate you, I promise. That's coming up soon. Our next episode features Planet What from Tulsa, Oklahoma. They are a super fun surf rock grunge band. They just put out an EP called Angus Yarn, and we're going to listen to it. So thank you guys so much for joining us for the Banana High episode. We will see you very, very soon. Take care of one another, and follow the golden rule.
I hold on to this feeling. No, it's not 'cause I'm high, but alive. And I've dealt with my demons, but they're still in disguise. All this time I've been thinking of reasons not too high, 'cause I know that you see everything. To this feeling. No, it's not 'cause I'm high, but alive. And I've dealt with my demons, but they're still in disguise. All this but they're still in disguise.